Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree and today I'm doing my top 25 comic book characters of all time. So let's start with number 25. Number 25 is Archie. Archie is real famous from the Archie comics. He's been around forever. And he's just Archie comics are a lot of fun to read. They got a lot of good variety in Archie comics and they're just really cool. Archie himself is kind of fun. He's kind of a dork, but he's interesting. He goes on adventures, and it's just a lot of fun to read. Number 24 is Sabrina Spellman from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. As a witch, I am attracted to and drawn to witches. Sabrina Spellman is, she's a fun character. She's just a teenager trying to live her normal life, but she's also a witch, so she uses her magic to help her out. Number 23 is The Flash. The Flash is one of the iconic DC Comics superheroes. The Flash is famous for being able to run super fast. He has this thing called the Speed Force. And, he's just like a all-around good guy, well-rounded superhero. He's a member of the Justice League. Number 22 is Mr. Fantastic. He's from the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic is the leader of the Fantastic Four, and he's basically a scientist who is trying to keep the Fantastic Four grounded, but also help them save the world. Number 21 is Doctor Doom. He's the primary villain against the Fantastic Four. He is also a scientist, but he's deformed. And he's pissed off about it, so he uses his powers and his science magic and brain to try to thwart the Fantastic Four. Number 20 is The Thing. Again, another member of the Fantastic Four. He's just really fucking cool. He's just this big orange rock monster, and he just beats people up, and he's got a bad temper, and he's just wild. Number 19 is the Joker. He is the serial killer clown character from the Batman comics. The Joker is probably Batman's most iconic villain. He's not my personal favorite, but he is one of his most iconic villains, and I still think the Joker is cool. I do have a collected book, a trade paperback of Joker stories. Greatest Joker stories or something like that. So he's pretty cool. Number 18 is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is an iconic superhero. She's, a feminist figure. She's just amazing. She's a super powered Amazon woman who's got like blood from different gods from mythology. And she's just really crazy. She's just really great. Number 17 is the Harry Osborn Green Goblin. I don't like the... I meant the Norman Osborn Green Goblin. Sorry, not Harry. The Norman Osborn Green Goblin was more menacing and threatening than the Harry Osborn one. And I just think he's a really cool character. Number 16 is the Human Torch, another member of the Fantastic Four, because he's really cool, and the Fantastic Four are awesome. And the Human Torch is this superhero who can basically turn into a ball of flame, basically. A Human Torch, as it's called. Number 15 is Professor X. He's the leader of the X-Men and the founder of the X-Men. Professor X is a very, very powerful mutant. He's got psychic superpowers, and he can control people's minds. He can do a lot of crazy stuff. Number 14 is the Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. He's one of the coolest villains ever. And the Shredder is this evil ninja who just wants to take over the world because, he's evil. Number 13, I kind of cheated and I put the Transformers. I didn't want to pick like one single Transformer as the greatest of all time. But the Transformers are great comic book characters. They're literally robots that can transform into other things, and they've been fighting an eternal war against good versus evil. Number 12 is Dawn. Dawn is from the comic book series Dawn. Her first book series was called Cry for Dawn. Dawn is a goddess, and she's one of my favorite characters. And I don't want to say too much about her. She's just really fucking cool. She also has adventures with Vampirilla, so definitely check that out. Number 11 is Venom. Venom is the first symbiote introduced in the Spider-Man series. Venom is the coolest of all the symbiotes. He's the scariest. He's the meanest, the most vicious. He's got the best look. And he's played by a really cool character. Number 10 is Spider-Man himself. Spider-Man just barely beat Venom. I almost swapped him because even though I think Spider-Man is a cool character, I actually kind of think Venom is a little cooler in some ways. But Spider-Man's more iconic. So now we're into the top 10. Number 9 is Catwoman. Catwoman is a thorn in Batman's side. She's a villain that he has to try to stop and catch, but she's also his love interest that he has to try to sway. He has to, woo her. So he's torn in his relationship with her because he's like, you're a bad girl, but you're also like the woman of my dreams. So, number 8 is the Penguin, Batman's single most fucking awesomest supervillain character. I love the Penguin. He's my favorite of all. He's a mob boss, and he's just fucking hilarious, and he's awesome, and he's just the coolest Batman character. Number 7 is Robin. Robin is so fucking iconic. Pick your poison, but basically Dick Grayson Robin is my favorite. Robin is Batman's sidekick, but he's just really cool. He tags along, but he also gets his own adventures. Number 6 is Harley Quinn. Who doesn't love Harley Quinn? She is so awesome. She was like the Joker's girlfriend, but then she was Poison Ivy's girlfriend. So she's kind of like, she's playing the field. Harley Quinn is unhinged, and that's what I love about her. She's just like a ball of chaos, and I love that. Number 5 is Cyclops. He's my favorite X-Men. Or, not my favorite X-Men, but he's my favorite X-Men leader. So, he's one of my favorite X-Men. Cyclops is really cool because he's a straight arrow, He's trying to do good by the world. But he's also troubled, He's suffered a lot of loss in his life, so he's got a lot of, shit that he's dealing with. Number 4 is Superman. Superman is one of the most iconic superheroes of all time. He's one of the most powerful superheroes of all time. His book has been going on forever. And not just one book. He's got like a ton of books going on. Movies, TV shows, toys, video games. He's just fucking everywhere. Number 3 is the Apocalypse from X-Men. Apocalypse is like their definitive villain. He's like the coolest fucking villain. He's the original mutant. He's my favorite X-Men villain. He's just awesome. He's just this big giant menacing ball of terror and destruction, and he always fucks up with lives of the X-Men. Number 2 is Jean Grey. She's my absolute favorite X-Men of all time. She also is known as Marvel Girl sometimes, or the Phoenix sometimes. Jean Grey is just super mega powerful, and she's unstoppable, and she's got a good heart, but she's also got a dark side, so, watch out. And number 1, of course, is Batman. Batman is the coolest fucking comic book character ever conceived. He's got the coolest cartoons, he's got the coolest TV shows, he's got the coolest toys, he's got the coolest movies. He's just fucking awesome. He's like the greatest superhero ever. I love Batman. I can't get enough of him. Stay cool.